Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to RENEBOXYOUNG, a platform where we simply discuss, critique, analyze, simply talk about sport of boxing in a level-headed, mature, coherent fashion. Subscribers since day one, recent subscribers, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for tuning into the Flash Lives, premieres of my videos such as this, man. You know, chatting away in real time. Playback family, salute. As always, thank you guys so much for the comments. Also, liking it up, subscribing it up. If you're new to the platform, if you love the sport of boxing, this is the place for you, right? This is it. Quick introduction for those who are new here, you know what I'm saying? We don't war with other platforms. We don't do all that drama show. No time for that. But there is time to talk about the sport. That's what it is. In a level-headed, coherent fashion. Simple as that, man. Easy peasy. Let's get to this. All right, man. This is crazy. It's entertaining to a point, though, okay? This whole Twitter war stuff, it's going at an all-time high. You know what I'm saying? We just recently got Haney going back and forth with Teofimo Lopez. Looks like Teofimo Lopez now is a little bit, you know, saying some stuff about Haney. Haney going back at him, man. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Tank and Ryan, they're always doing that. But no, now Tank lashing out at Haney, lashing out at Shakur. I think Tank's getting annoyed. Yeah, I think he knows something. I think he knows something. Something's picking at him. But anyway, that's another video. But, you know, I'm just trying to lay a foundation introduction, man. The Twitter wars are going crazy. I do pay attention to some of them, though. Why? Because there are some fighters out there who are proving it, okay? For example, I do pay attention to what Haney says on social media. Also Shakur to a certain degree, you know what I'm saying? But I remember some time ago, not too long ago, recently, I responded there, Shakur. But, you know, these fighters don't really read what we say sometimes, you know. And I think much less me. They don't really know who I am. But whatever, it's all good. But what I'm trying to say here is that Shakur some time ago, man, you know, he talked about, you know, screw everyone, I hate everyone, and, you know, y'all suck. I don't know what he put. And then I responded there, you know, and I put, hey, man, calm down, bro. You know what I'm saying? The world ain't against you. I don't remember what I put. I put something like that. I put something like, hey, it's not a good idea to express all your emotions on social media, you know what I'm saying? All the time, whatever, you know. That's what these youngsters do sometimes. But it looks like Shakur, man, but what I'm trying to say here is this, man. I pay attention to what Shakur says, man, at Haney also, and a few other fighters out there, you know what I'm saying? Because they're proving it in their careers. It's going for the talk, going for all the smoke. You know, it is what it is, man. And I really don't care what name it is. I don't care what name it is. You already know. Like I said, for the new subscribers, I don't do the man fan stuff, man. I try to be as legit and coherent as possible, and that's why I got to say this in this video, man. For me to say this, that's what I'm getting at, man. For me to say what I'm going to say in this video, man, is just like, man, it really means that, you know, that it's because it's really happening, okay? Okay, here we go. What am I talking about? Let's talk about it, man. So this is Jermell Charlo. Man, bam! In his official Twitter account, whatever, right? Link in the description, yeah. Salute to the undisputed 154-pounder. Okay, first, man, I'm not even going to... Wait a second. First, I got to say this. I've been giving Jermell his flowers, man, on this channel. Okay, check the channel out. Check the lives out. When it comes to Jermell talk, man, undisputed 154. If he lost and had a debatable loss or draw, he went back and fought and freaking beat them. Harrison, Castano, y'all know the story, okay? Those who follow 154 and know that division and the fighters there, you got some tough fighters there, man. You got some tough fighters, you know what I'm saying? And Jermell, he's undisputed king at 154. Let's get that straight first. Now, there's a narrative out there that's, you know, all these guys, they don't have chins. These 154-pounders are weak and blah, blah, blah. You know, I beg to differ on that. I beg to differ. And there's always something. I've said this so many times. There's always something to nitpick at anybody's resume. You can nitpick at Floyd Mayweather's. Yes, you can. Okay? Yes, you can. You can nitpick at Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s resume when he was, you know, doing it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can nitpick at everybody's resume, practically. You know, maybe not the legends. I'm talking about the 80s, 70s, with the sport of boxing, even the 90s, you know what I'm saying? But whatever. People always do it, you know. But what I'm trying to say is this, man. I give respect to Jermell Charlo, man. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. If you don't, that's fine. That's you. You know, you can do what you want. You can think what you want when it comes to sport of boxing. And that's why we have these platforms, because a lot of platforms have different opinions. But we got to be realistic and just just be freaking realistic. That's the problem right now. You know, that's the problem always, I guess, you know, but it's part of the sport, man. It's part of sport. The emotions overtake people, man. Emotions carry people away sometimes. You know, your favorite fighter can do no wrong and he's always perfect and, you know, we got to be realistic with anybody when it comes to the sport of boxing. I don't care what name it is, you know what I'm saying? So, getting back to that, Jermell Charlo, I definitely got to respect him, man. He's been dominating at 154. Just like I said recently in a video, and I mentioned him as an example. Spence has been dominating at 147. Love him or hate him or whatever you want to say and try to discredit him by exalting Bud Crawford. No. Freaking Spence has been reigning at 147 for years. I said that in my other video just to prove a point on whatever I was talking about. Okay? So, Jermell's been ruling, okay? Say what you want about his brother, Jermell. I don't care. I do not care. Say what people may want to say about Mel, that he's emotional and he gets crazy in his interviews. I don't care. He's proven it. Muhammad Ali, ladies and gentlemen, did the same. He was a loudmouth, but he backed it up, man. Come on. I'm saying, people don't know how to decipher realness. If there's a loudmouth out there in the sport of boxing and they just speak out of their emotions, if they're proving it in the ring, hey, let them talk, man. That's what I'm saying. So let's get to this. Get back to this. Twitter, Jermell Charlo account, link in the description. Yeah. Okay. Clout chasing is the new promotions. Wow. I guess you should have listened to Bob. Man, mother bleeper, I keep it clean, right? Knew what he was saying. And not only Bob, I gotta stop there. Man, I gotta dissect this kind of stuff, man. Not only Bob. Okay? You see, that's the thing, man. People want to defend Bud all day long, right? And this goes years back, man. We go years. You go for the track. Go to the track record, man. His own freaking boss, who knew Bud very well when it comes to business matters. Bob probably didn't know Bud in his personal life, whatever. But Bob's a businessman. When you talk about professional world stuff, etiquette in the professional world, sometimes your superiors and those who conduct business with you, entrepreneurs know it, businessmen and women know it. Like, personal life doesn't mingle in business life. Okay? That's just what it is. Bob, that's what I'm trying to say. Bob probably didn't know Bud personally. He probably didn't go eat dinner with him in his freaking house. You know what I'm saying? He probably, didn't go and play with his kids and, hey, let's go to the park, everybody. Yeah, I don't know, whatever. Okay? Bob probably didn't know, but he did know Bud and how he was and his personality when it came to the sport of boxing and the business of boxing, man. How many times has Bob come out and said things, man, that's true? And what I'm trying to say is this. Freaking take it for what it is and what's real. How many times has Bob come out and said, he don't sell pay-per-views and, he doesn't even promote himself? He said this years ago, man. I don't remember what interview. All these interviews are all out there. I don't have to show you the receipts because it's all out there. Bob came out some time ago also saying, apart from the Beverly Hills thing, apart from, he can buy a mansion with what, all the money I lost in him, blah, blah, blah. Apart from that, another interview out there, man, it's floating out there, and it was from a long time ago, man, where he said, or I don't know when it was, but it's out there, okay? Bob Arum said, it's just Bob, Bud didn't take advantage of, he just didn't go out there like Mayweather did, and this and that, and, it's just his personality, and, he just didn't take advantage when he was in Top Rank, and blah, 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 and whatever. You just got to take it, for face value. And why I'm saying this is this, because Jermell's speaking facts. So he's speaking facts. So Bob knew what he was saying about Bud, man. Mel is preaching right here, ladies and gentlemen. So he continues to say, you had a chance to make history for your family when we're talking about the Spence fight. You let the boxing world down. Don't call my name unless you really want to fight. Thank you. It's different at 54. Facts. Real recognize real, baby. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. And that's, okay, fine. I pushed a video recently. Those who didn't watch it, because, you didn't watch it, but check it out. Check it out. I just pushed a video. It's not just fans out there in the sport of boxing. It's not just the Spence, the aerosexuals. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. It's fight fans. You got to, fight fans. The vast majority of fight fans are saying the same thing that Mel is saying. The vast majority of fight fans are saying the same thing that Tio and Rolly are saying. I pushed a video talking about that recently. They're looking at Bud and saying, bro, you're just all over the place. That's another point. I didn't even bring that up here. Okay, Mel in an interview out there also, or in his video, in Instagram. It wasn't an interview, it was an Instagram. He was playing pool with the Mexican poncho or something. Man, Mel's crazy, but salute to the chap, you know what I'm saying? He was out there like, hey, woo, I don't know, playing pool, you know what I'm saying? And he addressed Bud. And in that, I think it was there. I think it was in that IG. You know, y'all know what I'm talking about. He said something along the lines of, man, Bud's all over the place. He's all over the place. I've been saying that for years, man. Years, plural, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't know what I've been saying for a long time. I see boxing writers out there, you know, on Twitter saying things that I've been saying for a long time too. You know, because this platform's small. It's growing thanks to you. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. We keep pushing. I'm trying to prove this point. Years ago, I was talking about, man, how I pushed a video. I just don't remember which one it was, man. How Bud on Twitter, he just says this and that, and now I'm going to do this, now I'm going to do that. In an interview some time ago, he was in an interview, he was in a ring, he was in a gym or something with the gray jumpsuit, and he said, you know, he was frustrated even years ago. And it's his fault because he resigned Top Rank, but that's just another topic. What I'm trying to say is this. He's all over the place, okay? Years ago, he talked about moving up. He said, you know what? I'm not getting the credit I deserve anyway, so I might as well just move up, maybe, and just probably fight Canelo. You know what I'm saying? And then some time ago also, you check it out. Just type it up in YouTube. Some time ago on Twitter, screw it, I'm going to go down to 135 now. You know what I'm saying? He's just all over the place. And then out of nowhere, I'll fight Jermell Charlo now. You know, I'm going to fight Jermell Charlo now. You know, and between the whole crazy freaking Spence and Bud drama, I don't know where he comes out saying, I'm going to fight Mel. I want to fight Mel now. And he's been saying this for a minute. Okay? He's been saying this for a minute. And now in this recent interview he's had, you know, with Brian Custer, salute to Brian Custer, you know what I'm saying? Great interviews he has out there. Saying the same thing. And I think it was in the part where Brian Custer says, like, you know, first thing in your mind, say what you think. I think that was it, something like that in his interview. He does that, you know what I'm saying? Brian Custer does that. That personifies him in his interviews. That's cool. At the end of the interviews and shows, he says, okay, the first thing that comes to mind, say it. I think it was in that segment in his interview with Bud Crawford. He said, Jermell Charlo, do you want to fight him? Or I don't know what happened there. He says, of course, Mel, who do you want to fight, you know, later? I don't know what the question was. I just glanced through it real quick, you know what I'm saying? And Bud Crawford was talking along the lines of he wants Mel. Boom, he wasn't even hesitating. Why am I bringing this up? Because what's going on here? What are you going to do, man? You know? And then he was asked about Spence. Okay, next year, Spence. Well, if it doesn't happen, you know, down the line, Crawford. Down the line, I'll fight him maybe down the line. And, you know, y'all know this, ladies and gentlemen. He doesn't look so convinced in fighting Spence. You know? All over the place. And I don't even want to bring it all out, man, and how we see he's all over the place, man. He just is. And why am I saying all this? Because it gets to the point, and I say this about any freaking fighter, okay? It gets to the point where it's like, you got to put up or shut up, man. It's getting kind of annoying. You know what I'm saying? It's getting annoying as a boxing fan. It's like, what are you going to do, man? Are you going to put up or... Same thing with Tank. And I've been talking about Tank too, okay? I've been saying this, not the same, but similarly. You know, same thing with Tank. Like I said, I'm 100 with all these guys. And I love these guys, man. I love Tank. I'm a fan of Tank. But it's like, man, you got to get to the point of are you gonna fight for legacy fights, man? You know, that's exactly why I've been exalting Haney, you know, Shakur, and several other fighters out there. I just can't remember them. You know, there's lots of them. You know, Spence. I mean, I've been exalting some fighters out there because I like what I see. Estrada, Chocolatito. I mean, the list goes on and on. Women's pro boxing. Check the channel out, man. You know, it gets to the point where it's like, what are we doing here? You know, Bud Crawford, man, he's talking about he wants to fight Mel and he's easy work. I'll beat his butt up, you know, I'll whip his butt, no problem. Then freaking do it. We don't, for all we know, ladies and gentlemen, he'll probably freaking retire next year. Soon, without even fighting Spence. You just don't know with this guy. And that's what, it gets frustrating. You know what I'm saying? It gets frustrating, especially with Bud Crawford in this case. I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? And notice that I'm not saying anything about his skill set. Heck no. We got to decipher these things. And that's the crazy thing. I've talked about this years ago. How we're in a pillowy generation. We're in a fluff pillow generation where anything you criticize that's legit, you're a hater now. Oh, you just hate. Because a lot of men out there, and boxing fans in general, are sensitive people. You know what I'm saying? Start crying over, you know, facts. I'm speaking facts here, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? And getting back to that, it gets to the point where it's like, man, Bud, you got to put up or shut up, man. And you know what everybody's saying out there and what we see. It's so obvious. Bud is in all these interviews. He's going to MMA platform, whatever, you know, MMA hour. Salute to Ariel. Nothing against him. But it's just what I'm trying to say is this. You go there, and all they're talking about is Spence. You know, everyone just wants to know what's going on with Spence. Why aren't you fighting him? What's going on? you know? And then now calling out Mel, it's like, put up or shut up, man. I would love to see that fight. And getting back to what I was saying, I'm not saying anything against Bud's skill set, nothing against his talent, nothing against his skills. Top notch, elite status right there, you know? But after Horn, it was like, geez Louise, what's going on? What's going on? But y'all know the story. I'm not even going to dig it up, okay? But my focus is this. Mel is responding because Bud is the one who started calling him out. Now, that's another narrative that's getting twisted out there. A lot of people going on Mel and say, oh, Mel, he's just crazy. He's an emotional guy, and, you know, he talks crap to everybody. No, it's because Bud is the one who started calling him out. What do champs and fighters do? If you call them out, they're going to respond. Shakur, Haney, to Tank, yes. Why? Because Tank started it, too. Go back. When it comes to Tank also, what was he saying about Haney? Oh, he's just an email champ, and yeah, this and that. Haney's going to respond, baby. You're going to say something about, oh, I schooled Shakur in sparring. Shakur is going to respond, baby. Because that's what champs do. So don't blame freaking Mel Charlo for responding to Bud's call-outs. Because Mel ain't no one to be messed with, man. You know, you call him out, you're a fighter out there, you're going to call him out, he's going to respond to you. You know what I'm saying? Mel is one of those guys. And Mel's going to expect for you, Bud, to put up or shut up. Mic drop, fam. I'm telling you. Because Mel's a real one. And I would love to see that fight. That would be cool, man. Bud moves up to 154. I'd be like, all right, Bud, you're really doing it now. But he's not getting past the first. You got to go through Spence first. And imagine that. And I'm speaking for Bud in this case. Like, man, you know, if Bud were to fight Spence, I mean, everybody knows the story, okay? And if he beats him, dang, man. And goes up to 154 and fights Mel and beats him, that's just unheard of. But I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't even think Bud beats Mel, ladies and gentlemen. I think Mel really hurts Bud. I'm just going to speak from my point of view, okay? Legitly, man. Definitely. I mean, I would be surprised if Bud can get through Castano, man. You know? But my point is this, man. Bud, he's just all over the place, man. He has to, y'all know that all this stuff, and I pushed it recently concerning, how just fans out there are, the backlash Bud's getting is just horrible. I've never seen this. Like, I'm not the biggest historian. I don't even consider myself a historian. Let's get that first straight. I don't even consider myself a historian in the sport of boxing. No way. There are a lot, the majority out there, I've been saying this a lot. All these other platforms know more than me, okay? They know more than me, man. So what I'm trying to say is this. I have never seen something like this in the sport in my short time of being a huge boxing fan, man. And I say short time because all these other platforms, they have a gazillion years, in the sport. I don't. When it comes to, breaking down the sport and stuff. Not me, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to say, in my time, you know what I'm saying? I've never seen a fighter like this, man. I haven't, but hey, I wish the best for Bud, definitely. I really do, man. So hopefully next year after this David fight, man, you get it on with Spence and go for Mel, because you're talking a lot. Bud's talking a lot, and his team is talking a lot, but they ain't proving it. He ain't proving it. So put up or shut up with Spence. Put up or shut up with Mel, because those are the guys you're looking at. Apparently, those are the fights you really want, man. Comment in the comment section. What do y'all think about this, man? This whole thing with Mel and Bud. Mel speaking facts. RENEBOXYOUNG, a platform where we simply discuss, critique, analyze, simply talk about sport of boxing in level-headed, mature, coherent fashion. Man, I appreciate y'all. Like it up, and I think the comment section is going to be extensive in this one. Whether you love Bud or hate him or like him, whatever, man. It's all good. Everybody's open for the comment section, man. Y'all already know it, man. RENEBOXYOUNG, peace out.